Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, your favorite nappy headed producer, and we're back with another video. Today we're gonna be looking at how to make a YBN Nahmir type of beat. Yeah, just like I did in the little pump video, we're gonna do that once again. And we're gonna do, show you guys that, because I like the little dude style. You got a nice little style, nice little bounce to it. So I said, why not take a crack at it? Haven't done it before, so why not? But just like in every video, if you can, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud. Help support your boys always, MrDifferentTV, at all those sites. Also, because you guys gave me a good bit of likes for the last video, in the link below there'll be the FLP for the last video, the little pump VLP. You can get the FLP, download below, mix it, change it up, whatever. Use the midis, use the wave files, I don't care. Do whatever. Also, artists, you can use it as well for free, I don't care. And if I can get 100 likes in this video, I will give you this FLP in the next video. So definitely help that out. And also, if I get 200 likes, because everybody been complaining about it, if I get 200 likes by Sunday, which is 2 days, will be the 24th, I will cut my hair for Monday, because y'all been complaining about my hair. Y'all don't want me to be the nappy headed producer no more. Y'all want to be clean cut. So if I get 200 likes, I'll cut your boy hair. Anyway, but let's jump right into FL Studio, stop wasting time, and get right into it. So, like I said, we're making a YBN Nahmir type of beat. My version of it, it's not gonna be exactly like his style or his producer style. It's gonna be my interpretation of his style. So do bear in mind that. So first off, let's go ahead and jump right to it. So first off, I found this loop. Yes, I know a loop. I'm sorry. I know you guys are tired of me using loops. Sue me, loops are bad, midis are bad, whatever. I promise you in the next video we won't use a loop, but for the type of music I make and the industry I'm in, it doesn't really matter. I'll explain about that later, but loops can help you out, get a good starting point, if you just don't use them by itself. So yeah, so I did find this dope little loop right here. I'll go ahead and play it. It had that kind of vibe to it, and I said, why not go with it? So definitely dope right there. What I did to it is nothing. It's actually just plain and dry. The loop sounded good. I liked it, and it started the vibe off, and it gave me that vibe to it, and I just rocked with it because I'm not about to sit there and do a whole bunch of crap, if I had to. So sometimes it be good. Sometimes if the sample's good, the sample's good. Point blank. Period. Just like when you make a sample beats and boom back, if it's good, it's good. All right, so let's get into like the bread and butter and everything. So first, I start off with, after that, I went ahead and did the 808 sample because I like to get my drums started first. You know how I am. So I went ahead and made an 808, and this is the 808 pattern I had right here. Something very simple and kind of bouncy. Like I said, his beats I've heard are not that, intricate and all that. It's just very simple. I did nothing to it. I added a fruity limiter to side chain with the kick drum, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, that's all it is on that. The 808 was dope. It's in the Cocaine Sample 3. So I'll put a link in the below to the kitplug.com. Cocaine 3, dope 808. I like it. Next up is the kick drum. And I made this little pattern right here. So very simple pattern, nothing special there. It's very easy. It's very easy and very simple. I say we want to keep it basic because less is more, and being simple and basic sometimes can make a dope beat. You don't have to go crazy with it complicated, trust me. But what I did do to it, I did K-clip it, of course, a little soft clipping, because I like to soft clip and distort and bit crush my drums personally, depending on what the sound is going from what I'm doing. So soft clipping did help in this. Without soft clipping, it sounds like this. And then, with the soft clipping on, just gave it that punch and that edge and that, that in your face-ness, I guess. Next up is a clap. Simple basic little clap with a basic pattern just like that. Just every pattern, every hit on the appropriate note. I did add a fruity reverb too, because it's default reverb. It works. It made it sound good. Cut a little bit of lows and the highs of the reverb. Decay at about 2. I think it's about 3, actually 3 seconds on the decay, and then bring the wet down to about 30%. So it's not super like reverb. It just got like a little slight reverb on it. You know, you won't hear it in the beat really, but you will hear it, you know, if it's solo. And I EQ the lows out because, you know, I just want to keep the highs because it had a little reverb on it. So I want to make sure there was no reverb in the low end because, you know, that's going to muddy the mix up. So that's why I always cut my stuff, you know. That's just me. You know, you ain't got to do that. That's just how I do. That's how I do. Oh, and people say I've been trolling with these videos, but I make garbage beats. I make crappy garbage beats. How am I trolling when I suck at making beats? You know, so I don't troll. Anyway, next up is another clap to kind of layer with it. And this is just a dry clap. I didn't do nothing with it. As you can hear, I'll go ahead and play the pattern right here. Let me stop, play this, and then you see just like layer it with it. You know, just kind of layering together so they have that kind of, you know, that interaction with each other and give it like a little bounce to it. Because like I said, when you have like off-timing hits with main hits, like if you have quantized hits with off-timing hits, it actually adds bounce and groove to your track. So try playing around with that by adding off beats and off hits and all that, because you add groove and, you know, human feel to it and just get a little bounce to it. That's a little trick that, you know, that people won't tell you. Next up, I use a snare, and it's like I said, just a little bouncy hit. You know, if you play right here, you can hear that. It's just like I said, it's just giving that bounce to it. And then if we go into the pattern, if you use the Control Alt R, use the randomizer. I did randomize the panning and the velocity to kind of, you know, give it a little bit of variation to make it sound a little bit more realistic, a little bit more humanized. You know what I'm saying? Even though it is quantized, having different variations where the pan, timing, or whatever gives it a more human feel. It sounds less robotic. So experiment with that, and you'll probably, you know, you'll take your beats to the next level, man. You know what I'm saying? Hi-hat, simple hi-hat pattern. As you see, it has a little bit of variation to the panning, R, it's a shortcut. And then it also has a velocity automation as well, so it's like random. But as you see, this is a standard hi-hat, nothing special here, just little chops here and there. Nothing special, as you see. If we actually go to the hi-hat itself, there is an EQ cutting out the lows off of it, because that's what I do. Different. And then I added a phaser. You know, I use this Kilo Heart phaser. Very dope. It's easy phaser, but you can use the FL Studio, FL phaser, or any other phaser you have. Or you can actually use Gross Beats, and there's a preset called phasing, and it has a bunch of different phasing effects to it. And you can use that as well. I think it's flanging, not phasing, it's flanging, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check real quick. I don't want to lie to you guys, you know what I'm saying? I don't like lying. Yeah, it's called flanging. Yeah, so you can actually use flanging too, and that actually that's dope as well. So I actually like that. Phaser plus flanging, boom, right there. Look at that, mixing in live. Oh yeah, there you go. So that's dope right there. And I add these like random, just like random these very static hi-hats. Cause that just, to me, that just adds bounce to your hi-hat samples. I don't know, that's just me personally. Like if you hear the hi-hat by itself, and then when you add that extra, just kind of like basic hi-hat hit, it just adds some bounce to it. You know, and then plus with all the other percussion, of course, it's gonna sound a lot better. So yeah, you know, that's me. Then I added this percussion sound. It was very dope sounding percussion. And I'm using the Cocaine 3 drum kit. It's like one of my new favorite drum kits. That and a John Gianno Holy Grail drum kits are my two go-to drum kits all the time. They just work. And also one of Ocean Views and DJ Ass kits. They're just my go-to. Like I have a bunch of kits, but I use like 3. So as you can hear, it got some reverb to it. A little bit of reverb, same as the clap. And then I cut the lows, of course, same as the clap. To kind of just, you know, give it that feeling to it, you know, give it that feel. And then last but not least is this little Vox, which is my new favorite Vox. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not a new favorite Vox. Oh, that's that old school Lex Luger crappy Vox. But I thought it worked, so it just worked. So if I play all the percussion instruments together, you can hear the percussion now and you hear that. As you can hear, my percussion, my perk is also randomizing the velocity as well and the panning. And you can hear like just having them off time hits, them random off hits adds bounce to your track. Like you guys really need to experiment with adding them crazy off time weird hits, because it will add some element of suspense and vibe to your beat. So, you know. And then with the main melody, of course. The beat's done. That's it. The beat's done then. Like one melody, 808, drums, the beat's done. Now it's just really adding the extra kind of transitional parts, I guess you can say. And I said I kept this beat super dummy, retarded, basic, and simple. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. This beat is super simple. I'm not gonna lie. And you'll see coming up next. And then I add this piano right here, which I use piano V, of course, because it's my favorite piano. It's made by Arturia. If you want to know, I added some delay to it, so I added this little delay from Kilo Hard as well. 1/8, synced it to the tempo, nope, and ping pong delay, and then I added some Fab Filter Pro R, which is my favorite reverb. This and Verb Suite by Slate Digital are my favorite reverbs. Yeah, they just sound good and they're great, and I like them. And then you play it. The piano is the basic pattern, as you can see. It's stupid basic. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's stupid basic. And I know it sounds gay. It sounds retarded. But when you add it in with the actual melody, it sounds. Sometimes stupid ideas like that can yield very good results. And that's just a case right there of something that sounds horrible, but actually has a good result in the end. And then next is this little lead from Analog Lab 3. It's called Modular Lead, if it's called. And it sounds like this. It sounds garbage. It does by itself. And I added a little OTT to kind of compress it down and bring it up. Added some phaser, and then I added some Fruity EQ2. Lows and highs are cut, so it's very filtered. Without it, it sounds like this. And I was like, let's filter it out. And then when I add it into the beat, it's in the second part of the hook. It's super low, so you can barely hear it, but you hear it when the hook is over. You can hear it tail out, and that's what I want to go for. So here's the end of the hook. You can hear it tail out in the background, which that's what I wanted. This little ear tickle, a little ear candy for you, just there to have a little element of, yeah, like what's going on, what's that sound, and what is it? And that's it. That's pretty much the beat right there. Normal mixing, leveling. As far as master go, I soft clip the master channel, and I use Pro L2 as my master limiter just to get the volume correct to make sure you don't clip. And that's it. And I use my mix checker when I'm mixing because I love this plugin. It just it just helps you like reference your track in different environments, which is good if you want to hear how it sounds like on like car speakers, cell phones, very bass, mid frequency speakers, stuff like that, earbuds. And that's it. The beat's stupid simple. I know a lot of people think I'm trolling or I'm being simple, I'm dumbing my videos down. No, I make beats that are this simple. And a lot of people are like, how your beats sound so good? They suck. My beats suck. They're super simple. It doesn't matter. This is my style. This is my style of making beats. I like to keep it simple and easy. Because I said the industry that I'm making music for, which is TV, movie, commercial placements, they don't want these crazy, intricate beats. They want very basic, simple beats. And artists nowadays want basic, simple beats as well. So why not give it to them so they can have it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? So, yeah, that's how I made the beat. Did a little automation, add my tag, of course, like that to the volume. And that's it. Keep it simple. and keep it moving. Don't be afraid to dumb your beats down sometimes. Sometimes it might yield a better result. You can make a complicated beat, nothing wrong with that, but sometimes simple beats like this, all you need is a melody, drums, and a bass line. And you got a beat pretty much, like you really do. So hope you guys learned something. If you got any questions, please leave a comment below. If you still believe I'm trolling or I'm just dumbing my videos down, let me know below, man. There's going to be a couple of haters. If you like the video, thumb it up. You know, get them 100 thumbs and I'll give you this FFP. If you didn't like it, because there's always haters out there, thumb it down. I don't care. I'm still making money. You know, I got bank, so I'm still making money, so I don't really care. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy like always. If you know who it is, it's your boy Slim, a.k.a. Mr. Different. Not motivated by the money, but the like, comments, views. And I thank you guys for tuning in to another video. I got some new stuff and announcements coming up very soon. So stay tuned for that. So with that said, hope you guys enjoy. See you guys in the next video.